I'd like to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show as we travel the world for past, present, and future stars and coming to you live from Tampa, Florida. Hey, look, we want to give some condolences to a friend to the boxing community, Hulk Hogan, uh, a wrestler for the WWE, a superstar, died at the age of 71 a couple days ago. And boy, Hulk Hogan with Muhammad Ali in the ring as a referee, some of the great matches, and Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas. So he is a friend of the boxing community, as several boxers uh, went in with wrestling with the WWE to be referees and stuff with Hulk Hogan, man. So our prayers and our well wishes go out to Hulk Hogan's family as they mourn the loss of a great wrestling champion, Hulk Hogan. We want to take it back to last Saturday now. Last Saturday, Usyk and the boys uh, went in the ring and they fought. Uh, Usyk won by a fifth round knockout. It was an exciting fight. Usyk showed why he's one of the greatest heavyweight champions of this era. He's in line with the greats of like Michael Spinks, Evander Holyfield, that were able to move up from like light heavyweight, cruiserweight, undisputed champions, and then go on to become undisputed heavyweight champion. And Usyk has done that. He looked good at doing it. At his age, he's done it all. He's accomplished it all. He has two wins over Tyson Fury and also Anthony Joshua. And boy, the list is long, find it, but distinguished of the people that he beat in order to hold this undisputed crown. And we want to say congratulations to him for his fifth round stoppage. Uh, it was an exciting fight, and uh, what's in for the boys or the bonus, however you want to say, is his last name. I think what he's going to have to do. This is his second loss with Usyk. He's going to have to go back at the drawing board and start sketching his career out of how do you climb back up to the top to be heavyweight champion of the world again. And that's about fire and desire. You can't be complacent. And in the rumor mill, everybody want to make excuses when you lose, saying that he went to a uh, party or something before the fight, before the fight with Usyk with his father and all that. All that doesn't matter. That party wasn't in the ring with you. It was Usyk, a great champion, and you have to work on fundamental skills and learn how not to get hit by those dynamite shots. And what do you do when you get hit like that and get knocked down? How do you get up? How do you recover? How do you hold on and tie up to try to pull out a win when you're knocked down like that? So those are things that you have to look at realistically. What happened going into the fight? And I said before the fight, once a fighter's been stopped like that from the first fight, it's just hard mentally to overcome something like that for fighters. You have to mentally, spiritually, and physically get prepared in order to come back from a loss like that. And I hope he gets himself together because there's some dynamite matchups still out there for him that can be put together. In the meantime, as Usyk wins the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, all the belts. Um, he regained the IBF belt that what he gave back to them. Now he's on the board. He has 30 days, Usyk has, in order to make a decision if he's going to fight the mandatory challenge. And boy, it's something that was put right on him, following the rules of the WBO. They have said that he has to fight or come to an agreement with Joseph Parker, else he will be stripped of that WBO heavyweight championship from the WBO. And if he doesn't do that, that belt will be stripped from him. So, and also, as he was saying that, they were saying his mandatory um, for all the belts, the mandatory challenge is he has to be scheduled to fight uh, to defend all them belts by the end of the year. So we're going to see how the terms uh, of all of that goes out, and if they can't come to an agreement for the WBO championship of the world, looks like it's going to go to a purse bid, and we'll see who Joseph Parker well, how all of that unfolds, but it's just amazing. Just 1 week, and he's right back into the whole politic game of that heavyweight division uh, to make a decision to fight Parker and all of that. And where Usyk is at, man, he's on the top of his game. And man, hey, look, he it's he looks real great. He's putting punches together. He's countering real well. He's coming in the ring in great shape. So man, a southpaw like Usyk is tough to beat. He's always in dynamite shape, and he loves to fight. So if Joseph Parker, if you're going to come beat Usyk, you better bring everything you got and then some, because this is a great champion that you're up against. And I wish Joseph Parker well uh, uh, in trying to do so. And we want to take it to tonight. Tonight, up there in Michigan at the Little Caesars Arena, Shields and Daniels are fighting for the undisputed heavyweight world championship for women's boxing. It will be live on the DAZN. So catch it there. They say that they're almost at a sellout capacity. So if you're going to make it to the fight, I think there's still some tickets left there for tonight. But this is going to be a dynamite fight, and we just hope Claressa Shields, in doing what she had called out uh, Layla Ali, the daughter of Muhammad Ali, who's retired now, who's 38 and 0, who is a Hall of Famer. She's one of the only women in the boxing Hall of Fame that's in there with an undefeated record of 38 and 0. Call her out and say that she wanted to fight. And Layla, in a conversation, she said, "Well, if you come up with 15 million or so, I'll give it some thought and I will fight her." So Claressa Shields and her team with Mark Taff, who's a manager, their promoter and all that, they came and said that they have someone put up the 15 million like out there. The camera went out. If the 15 million is just for her or the 15 million is for the whole fight, that's to be looked into. And I think if Layla Ali wants to do it, she'll look into that. But to come up with just 15 million, I thought Layla Ali was saying, hey, look, the 15 million is just for me. But I love Claressa for her spirit of trying to lift women's boxing up to a very high standard, in which she has. She's undisputed heavyweight champion at this time, and she's just trying to find the very best competition that she can find to go up against. And hats off to her. She's calling out people and all of that. And I hope that what she's searching for, that GOAT greatness, that she can find it. And she has showed very good sparks of it. And I hope that she keeps on doing it. But tonight is a very good test for her. And I hope that she's focused tonight on what she has in front of her. Because a lot of times when people get caught up in the hype, with other fights that are ahead of them, they lose focus of what they have at hand tonight. And Daniels, who's she's fighting, is a real spark. That should be exciting to watch. Uh, um, we'll see after the fight if Claressa Shields win. We'll get ready for the antics, get ready for the conversation, the calling out, and all of that. And you're going to hear a lot of that for tonight. And also, we want to say that Earl Spence has been offered a comeback fight. And that comeback fight that he's been offered after a 2-year layoff is a title shot to fight Fedora, who just fought a couple weeks ago, who won in grand style and grand fashion against uh, Teozo. And I think that, man, if Earl Spence come out of where he's been retired, or a 2-year layoff, or a hiatus, however you want to call it, I think this would be a dynamite matchup if Earl Spence, who has always been in shape, and to see if he recovers from all of the stuff that he's been through on the past 2 years and before that. And if he can come back with somebody that's on the top of their game, we'll see how all of that pans out in the up and coming weeks to hear all of that. And also, man, it seems like Boots Ennis has signed another agreement with Eddie Hearns and Matchroom Boxing for a multi-year promotional deal. So that looks good and promising. There's a lot of great fights out for them, and I'm glad to see that someone who bring them across the well for greatness, that he stuck with them, and we'll see if they can make those great fights that Boots Ennis need uh, in order to reach that high pinnacle of the sport. I know he's in the pound for pound list, but let me tell you that performance that Usyk had last week, I think that puts him at the top of the list, bar none, to be undisputed. And we have to wait for September 12th when Crawford and Canelo Alvarez climb in the ring, and we think that's going to be a dynamite fight. There's no doubt. I think somebody's getting knocked out in that fight. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of emotions, and not too many times in boxing when you get two great fighters to climb in the ring with each other. But when two great fighters climb in the ring and fight, it's always a magnificent performance by both of them. And there's no losers in a great fight like that. And I just can't wait to September 12th. I'm out there in Las Vegas to see that great matchup because styles make fights. And the contrast in these two styles are what boxing looks at: a masterful slugger that comes in, put pressure on him, got dynamite in both hands, with a dynamite southpaw like Marvin Hagler, who can fight on the inside, fight on the outside, can switch at times from left to right, and got dynamite in both of his hands. And this would make this matchup so perfect, boxer against slugger. It's an all-time boxing classic, and I think this fight in Las Vegas in September will be every bit of that and then some. And hey, look, to change gears from the boxing scene a little bit, the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame today is having a free boxing camp up in Rochester, New York, with Fitz the Whip Vanderpool and Larry Lazardi, president of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, is putting this free boxing camp for kids from 8 to 18, and it's at the World's Gym Greek in Greek, New York, from 10 a.m. this morning to 2 p.m. It's on right now, so hopefully y'all can get up there and sign your kids up. They will get a backpack and a water bottle and a rope, among many other things. And I heard the lunch and the snack is pizza, man. Woo! What a great snack, man. I love me some pizza. If I was up there, boy, I'd be tearing that pizza up. So if kids need a place to go to hang out a little bit, go up to that camp up, that free camp, boxing camp up there in Rochester, New York. It's in Greek, New York, at the World's Gym of Greece. It's for 2 days. So we got that out of the way. We'll take you to Indianapolis, Indiana, and on the 23rd, they will be having a parade. The Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame with Craig Hawk. So you have Marvin Johnson, Tim Austin, Larry Donald, and those guys. They'll be in the parade amongst other people. So that's always a good time. And then after that, they take you right to the uh, Hall of Fame and Museum, that the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, with Craig Hawk, who's president of that. And you can take a look around to see all of those great memorabilia things that are part of boxing history for Indiana. And Craig Hawk, who's president of the Boxing Hall of Fame, he has the most fights in Indiana boxing history. So you can see some of the great things, posters and stuff of different fights with him having the most fights. Marvin Johnson, when he fought at the time, Matthew Franklin, which is Saad Muhammad, who had changed his name. They fought in Indianapolis, so you'll see that. But also, I had the pleasure to be part of Indiana boxing history when I trained Richard Hall, who was the WBA light heavyweight champion. In Conseco Fieldhouse, he fought Roy Jones. We were on the losing end of the stick as Roy Jones came in and put a stunning performance down. However, we had the largest sellout in Indiana boxing history, which is a great thing to always be a part of, when you can be a part of so many great, amazing events that boxing does all around the world. It's indeed something special to be a part of such great things in boxing like that. So, and also, we want to say on September 19th to the 20th, Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame will have their class of 2025 with Michael Nunn, Henry Tillman, Freddie Ladd, and them who are being inducted. You have to come. That dinner in that Italian restaurant, the Brook House, is second to none. You got to hurry up and get your tickets. It sells out pretty fast, but and also, man, they have where you can buy ads in the program booklet. That's very nice, and it's very affordable. A full page ad is very reasonable to get that. And if you go look, we'll be having all of that in the chat box um, coming up here very soon when you get to do that. And then a week after that, you go down to Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, where truck fighter I trained Julian Jackson and Charles the Natural Murray from Rochester. He's going in. So there's a list of long, fine, and distinguished guests of champions, former champions, contenders, and some pretenders are going to be in Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame for that great extravaganza that they do at the Hard Rock Hotel. But we want to thank you for tuning in to the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snow. They call me the Hall of Fame trainer of champions as we travel the world for past, present, and future stars.